Yes, it's true. Females constantly chase you the more you ignore them. It's odd, I know, and perhaps you haven't picked up on this yet. But ignoring a woman hits her on an emotional level that sometimes you can't comprehend. Women are desperate for attention and validation, and if they don't seem to receive it, especially from a man they are in a relationship with, their feelings are hurt. On the flip side, too much attention and neediness will cause her to inherently be uninterested in you. Whether women want to admit this or not, desperation in a man is one of their biggest pet peeves. I know, this doesn't make sense, and you might be wondering, so what do women want then? Well, in this video, I will basically highlight the psychology behind ignoring a woman and how this trick can work wonders for you in a relationship. And I urge you to watch the entire video because it not only provides you with information, but it could potentially save you from headaches in the future. Let's get started. Number 1. Women crave attention, but not too much. Now, this might not make sense, but allow me to explain. In comparison to men, women have a stronger desire for masculine approval. But if said man decides to reciprocate or over-pedestalize her validation, she will inherently become uninterested and seek for approval elsewhere. This is the epitome of female nature, where neediness results in less attraction. Now, given this reality, it's important to note that attention should be earned for a woman. As cruel as this may sound, women need to be the ones doing the chasing, not you. The only chasing you should do as a man are your goals in life. The more focused you are on your life goals, the less time you'll have chasing her attention, which is honestly the last thing she wants. In order for this to happen, you must become an outlier. You have to do what 99% of men aren't willing to do. You have to become that 1%, because A, getting women will be easier, and B, if you have a girlfriend, she'll get less of your attention. As soon as she feels like she's in a leadership role, you'll start to notice disrespectful behaviors such as nagging, canceling plans, ignoring on her end, and the list goes on. Now, I'm not saying ignore her completely, but you must have a healthy balance between your aspirations and your relationship. Too much on either side can be concerning, so having a middle ground will definitely balance it out. Number 2. Less available equals more value. This ties in with the last point I made, where the more attention and validation she receives from you, the less attractive she'll consider you to be. The more available you are in her presence, she'll perceive you as lesser value and could potentially look for attraction elsewhere. It's in human nature to place higher value on items or things that aren't in close proximity. In other words, scarcity. Since the dawn of human time, scarce resources that we acquired were deemed more critical for our survival, and by extension, we cherished these items, whereas resources that were considered plentiful diminished in value. Or a more common example in today's world, where everyone tends to admire and glorify luxury cars, but cars like Toyotas or Hondas are often disregarded and seen as normal. This is just the power of scarcity. The same could apply with women's attraction towards you. The more she sees you, the less valuable you will become, and you'll soon turn into that Toyota she sees every day. So how do you become less available? Well, the best answer to this is to work on bettering yourself. Work on a career you're pursuing, hit the gym, read books, and just self-improve. That way, you won't even have the time to pursue her because you'll be too busy focusing on becoming a better man. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not saying you should ignore her entirely. Just reduce your attention to her significantly, and once she sees you being less available, she'll perceive you as a higher value man. Number 3. Longing is equivalent to love. Men often believe that the more attention and time you give towards a woman will result in her matching your efforts, and this couldn't be further from the truth. Her attraction for you will diminish as a byproduct because, like I mentioned earlier, humans tend to place higher value on things that seem less available. If you constantly reply fast, say yes to everything she says, or just become needy in general, she won't get to experience the sense of, when am I going to see him again? This goes to show that the psychology of ignoring a woman is so vital because it allows for her to long for your presence and attention that she so desperately wants. This is the equivalent to buying the latest iPhone model. Yeah, perhaps you'll be excited about it for 2 to 3 months, but once that period of time is over, your feeling of value towards this phone drops. This is because you use your phone every day to the point where it becomes boring, uninteresting, predictable, and just simply low value. Then when the next iPhone model releases, you're going to replace it again. So the whole cycle just repeats itself. And likewise with women, the more time and attention you put onto her, chances are she'll either cheat on you, or worse yet, replace you like a new iPhone that just released. Now, this is obviously an extreme, which could happen, but the point here is to understand that too much attention will result in less desirability and an increased incentive to retreat or become disinterested. Number 4. The power of autonomy. Everything so far mentioned in this video correlates with this final point of autonomy. Being autonomous basically means acting in according to your own beliefs rather than complying with the beliefs of others. And the reason why this relates to everything else is because when a man is autonomous, he will naturally exhibit all the other traits mentioned in this video. Whether he is currently pursuing a job he is passionate about, working on his fitness, or just self-improvement in general, the thought of woman will be the last thing on his mind. Now, let's say he has a girlfriend. I'm not saying he shouldn't prioritize her. What I am saying is that your significant other should be a small percentage of your priorities because your primary focus will be on your life goals. If you start to pedestalize her emotions, needs, and attention, she will inherently start to lose attraction because it makes her feel as though you're complying with her. And even if your intention is to strengthen the relationship, the cold-hearted reality is that your girlfriend will feel like she's in the leadership role, which will soon result in lesser attraction towards you. So gentlemen, start to work on yourself in all aspects of your life, as it will not only make you a better man, but also it will give your girlfriend the sense of something to look forward to. And that's all for today's video. Please comment 100% in the comment section below, so I know that you've watched the entire video. Also, if you found immense value in this, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more content like these because our main goal is for men to improve and have a better quality of life. Thanks so much for watching, and click this video on the screen for more information on female nature.